Hello, hello, and welcome to Nails for the Week. My name is Lori, and I hope you're having an absolutely fabulous day today. I know I am because you're here and we get to play in the nail room. Okay, today I decided to try that viral smile line that's going around with the 3D. But if you know me, I can never do things exactly the way everybody else does them. So I decided not to do a smile line with it. I wanted to do three different circles just kind of going out from each other. I thought that would work pretty easily. So, first up, I'm just using clear acrylic and I'm going to do three small dots on this nail I have here and just try and kind of keep them in a circle. Now I did drain the back of my brush before I put these on the nail, but they still like to spread just a little bit. So I'm just doing the best I can to keep them all in a nice little circle. Okay, I have three different gel paints here. They're all from Model 1s. The pink one is called Mad Hat. The purple one is called Gustav. And the blue one is called Alice. So you can see they're a little sheer, and what I'm doing here is I'm painting the entire dot. The sides, the top, everything. But I just want to get just the dot itself, just the acrylic. Pretty easy. And the white gel polish that I have here is Flawless White by Lachat, or it's their perfect match. And I'm just mixing a little bit of that so that the color is a little bit lighter, mixing that with Mad Hat, and we're going around painting the whole outside. So we're getting the sides of that dot as well as a little bit further. And what I'm kind of doing is I'm putting a little bit more gel polish in there so that it kind of goes in like a swoosh instead of just a straight line down and a straight line over. So you're getting a little bit of a swoosh instead of just the flat, because otherwise you're really not going to see that through the clear acrylic. And keep wiping off the top of that dot. And there, that is all cured. I'm just taking another dollop or another bead of clear acrylic. This is also a dry bead. I'm just using, as you can tell, I'm just using my 3D brush to do this. And I'm kind of trying to make it still a symmetrical circle and go out about the same on all of the whole circle. And I'm just messing around trying to make it even. As you can see at the end, not so much. But this is the first time I tried this, so please be kind. Here I am just going ahead and mixing a little bit more white into that pink, into the Mad Hat, and yep, wiping it off the top. And we're just going to do the same thing where I'm going to paint the sides all one color and go a little bit thick right at that base so that it goes in a swoosh instead of just a straight angle. Paint the sides and then painting out, and it doesn't matter how far you paint out. I just painted out at least the amount that I knew that I wanted to go. So that I would definitely have, you know, enough there. You know what I mean. So to have enough there to make about the same amount of that circle right around there, right around that dot. And we're just keep going out further and further. And I'm doing the same with the purple and the blue as I go along, just mixing a little bit of white in there and making it go. And here we are with another bead of clear acrylic right over the top of that. And I'm kind of trying to smush it down, but not a whole lot. By the end of this, I kid you not, it's over a 1/4 inch thick, this nail. It's terrible huge. And then right up to the edge of that. I think when I was doing this, I thought I had to make sure that it was higher than the other one, and I don't know. I think if you get it just as high as the first one, you'd be just fine. But I just kept going and going and just trying to make that as perfectly round as I can. Obviously, I need practice with that because holy cow. If you saw the thumbnail, you probably know what I'm talking about. Okay, now here's where I'm running into a little bit of problems. The purple one is going to land. The purple one's going to cut off the pink one before the next ring out. So I went ahead and I did the purple ring first because I wanted that one to be the full ring. I wanted the purple one to be the full ring, and now I'm just kind of going in and painting where the pink ring would be. And I am going ahead and painting the edge, even though at this point I don't think that I got much, if anything, as far as acrylic on that edge. You just want to get right up in that corner. And while I was doing the ring for the purple, I made sure to do the best that I could as far as making that a nice sharp corner there, right in between the pink and purple, knowing that I was going to have to go back in and try and get the pink paint in there. And just remember for every ring to add just a little bit more white in with your polish. Right now I'm just kind of trying to make sure that that's opaque. We flashed and I cured it, and on to the next ring. And I think this is where I realized that I went way too far with the paint, but it really doesn't matter how far out you go with the paint. You could just repaint the whole nail if you wanted every time. But right now I'm just kind of tucking in all this extra acrylic. I'm trying to make that a nice round circle. Pretty self-explanatory. You just kind of keep going back. It's definitely a time-consuming thing, nail, just because you have to wait for that acrylic to dry. I think if you decided to use acrylic rather than gel polish, it might, I mean, it'll definitely take you a lot longer because then you have to wait for the colored acrylic to dry as well. And I've seen a lot of people using polygel, which, hey, that would probably work really well too. I mean, you don't have to wait for that to dry. You just, throw it in the lamp just like you would gel polishes or anything else. That way, the clear doesn't take near as long to dry. I messed around with this circle for a really long time. I mean, this is even sped up to, I think, two times speed. I'm just trying to make the top nice and even. I thought that'd be easier for me to, for the top to be nice and even. That way I'd be able to get the sides nice and even. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, you can even tell looking at it now that it's not perfect. But if I had it to do all over again, I think I would purposely make it even less perfect. Because at the end, I think it turned out pretty cute. And I think adding a little bit more inconsistencies or ripples would have looked nicer. Yeah, I am messing around with this way too much. Yep, this is why it ended up being so thick. There you go, and we got the blue on, and now I'm going to do the background color all in white. So this is just the Lachette or Perfect Match Flawless White gel polish. As you can see, I'm not going all the way up the sides because at this point I know how tall that is, and there's no way that I'm going to have half of that on the nail when it's done. So, I just went up as far as I thought I absolutely needed to. But, I mean, it's not even as far. Or should I say, I went up plenty far enough with the white polish. I'll just kind of try and get it in all those nooks and crannies to switch back to my detailer brush so that I can get it in there a little bit better. There we go. At this point, I'm just trying to get it opaque. Give it that swoosh look instead of the straight up and down look. And there we go. All filed and finished up, and here's top coating time. Now, if you look at that, I'll let you look at top coat time. Not that it really does much because it's okay. As you can see, not very perfect circles. Not perfect circles at all. But they kind of look like, do you remember a while ago, maybe it was last year, when everybody was doing those gel bubble roses? That's what this reminds me of. But, like I said earlier, if that's what I had been going for and I would have done like more ripples and more kind of half shots, I think it would have turned out even nicer. But it looks really cool with that deep. And I think I might try another one where maybe I just do one rose and see how she turns out. But that pink, I mean, really kind of comes out like a rose. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know I enjoyed playing with this new technique. If you liked it, please leave me a thumbs up. And if you want to see more of me, please subscribe. And I hope you have a great day. Bye.